let's have a look. Hi, Graham. Hi, Paul. Hi, Marky. Hi, Joseph. Jason, Gerd, Simon, Lynn, Rocky Fish, Steve Parson. Oh, blimey. Big jump there. Eileen. Hi, Sarge. Jason Drummond. Lynn, Terry, James, Sean, Michael, Chunks Adventures, Peter George, Sonic. Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Oh dear, flipping out. These comments, they pause and they just go absolutely mental. Joseph, Rag and Bone Dippers, Cat69, and everybody else. Corey, I think I've got everyone. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise, but good evening. It's Friday once again. Hi, Phil. I hope you enjoyed the video on Wednesday. Got a really good one coming tomorrow. Going to enjoy tomorrow's absolutely great day on the Thames again. So, yeah, this funny bloke keeps meeting us there, doesn't he, Phil? He goes shopping and he ends up fishing. He's definitely got his priorities right. But yes, we had another good day. This bridge that's beyond me, that weren't such a good day. That was hard work. That was really hard work. Everybody kept getting stuck. So if anyone wants to go and do that one, you're quite welcome, because that is a really hard bridge to fish. Hi, Philip. Dean, Real Deal Magnet Fishing. Good evening. Thank you for dropping in. Hi, Jackie, 101 Mad Cat. Donna. Trying to read all the comments. Very hard to keep up. But yes, it was a good day. As you can see, look, I got a wheel. I'll explain more about that on the video tomorrow. That's on at 9 o'clock. It's about 38 minutes, that one, because it was a really, really good day, that was. Loads of finds, loads of stuff came up. So, yeah, we did enjoy that. Hi, Nick. Let's have a look. But yes, we are back out this week. We are going to a totally new area that we've never been before. So fingers crossed for that one. It pays well. I know Rocky Fish who's on here. He's been there before. So we're going to go and give it a go. And we've got some really exciting for next weekend lined up as well. We're all looking forward to that one. It was going to be this week, but we've postponed it for a week because Jabba wants to come and he can't make it this week. So we're going to be doing that one next week. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Dion. Hi, Zoe. I'm trying to keep up with it. Right, I'm going to show you something now. Now, I'll show you this. Now, I'll show it again later on. Let's just move some stuff. I've got too many things here, phones and iPads. And so, anyway, Miles from Online Magnets has sent me one of these. Now, I don't know whether you've seen it on their website, but these are really good cases. They're good, strong cases, and I'll show you what's in it. So basically what you've got is, I've got to try and do this without losing it all. You've got a grappling hook, you've got some thread lock, you've got some rope, some gloves, a sticker, and a place to put your magnet. So all of this, all in one box. Now, I use one of these. These grappling hooks are absolutely brilliant. They're small, they're lightweight, and the best thing is they're not magnetic as well. So if you're after a grapple hook, I definitely recommend these, because these spikes on them really do make a difference. They really grip into things, and like I say, they're not magnetic, and that's the best thing about these grappling hooks, because I've had many. I've still got the Widowmaker that I made ages ago. It's the Mark II version, because I lost the first one that actually got stuck. But yeah, so that all comes in the box. So they're on their website if you want to have a look at them. And it is nice that it's all together. So wind that back in. So grapple hook, and you've got some gloves, the thread lock. The one thing you make sure you do your magnet, make sure you thread lock your magnet up. Obviously don't do the grapple hook because it won't fold up and go back in the box. And then also you've got some 8mm rope as well. So really good idea if you want to travel light. Now the one thing is for them, which I always say to people, is I wouldn't put a carabiner on your magnet, but there is a space in there for your magnet. So the only thing is you're not going to get it in there with a rope. So that's the only drawback. Now, what you can do though is put a little slot in the side of the case, and your rope could hang out of that one, so you can keep your magnet on one rope, and you can keep that rope purely for your grapple hook. You see, so because grapple hooks generally you don't need such thick rope because they're more for lifting, so it's not like you really need one of those. But I would say if you want to travel light, that is ideal because you can put everything in there. Like I say, your magnet will go in there, but you're not going to get your rope in there as well for your magnet, especially if you're on a 10 mil rope. But you'll be able to put everything in there and travel with a small box. Now, obviously, we go with wheeled trolleys all the time, but you don't have to. If you just want to travel light, then you can. Now, they are available on the website for, hang on a minute, I can't remember, I forgot the price. It's been a funny old week, So let me just get accessories up, and then I can give you the price then, just so you've got an idea of them. That is $81.95. Don't forget, with Northampton, it gives you 10% off. So that's going to get you some more money off it. So $81.95 for everything, but you are going to get 10% off that as well. So it brings it down to quite a reasonable price. The grapple hook alone, they're about £33, I think. Oh no, $34.95. That one's in front of me. The rope would normally cost you 20 metres rope, £19.95. So there's like 55 quid. Set of gloves, 60 quid. Thread lock, 65. So you're getting a case really for about a tenner. I mean, absolute bargain that is. But like I say, very good cases. They have got the little vent hole on them as well. So, because obviously the rope's going to be wet, so it's not going to condensate up. And then you can travel light, and all bears the OM label. And these are really good, robust boxes. So if you're looking for something like that to take along with you, get all your stuff in, like I say, you might need to put a little nick in the side of it here, just so you can get your rope through for your magnet. But you could do that, tie it up in a loop, put it over the handle, hold it, and you're all set to go. So thanks for that, Miles. That is nice, having all that in one thing. So definitely worth getting one. If you're after a grapple hook and you want the rope, you get a pair of gloves and you get in the box for about a tenner. So, it's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. Right, let's have a look at some of these comments because you've been flying by. I'm going to try and catch up with as many as I can. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. Let's have a look. Mark, good evening. Nelly and Brian. We'll play that game now and try not to forget anyone. John Dunford, Squirrels Magnet Fishing, Devota. It's like the generation game, this is. But I'm going to mess up. John Flanagan, good evening. Let's have a look. Let's catch up. And Paul, I really like your birthday present. I'm going to get one of them one day. Quick trip to Sheffield will probably sort that one for me. Oh yeah, we've got Nicola back out this weekend. Yes, I do remember us squeaking something about it. Hi Darren. You bringing your chair, or are you actually going to walk yourself? Hi Michelle. Hi Trevor. There's quite a few on tonight. Hi Lizzie. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. I'm just reading them, so bear with me. What did you miss? Not a lot at the moment, to be honest with you. I spoke to Sonic yesterday. He was sounding a little bit bunged up. One man, one magnet. Good evening. Sean's Adventures, little Sophie. Good evening as well. And that teddy bear is huge. Just we was trying to have a discussion on that. How are you going to actually get to the club in your car with that thing? There we go. There's a good question for you to answer there, because that is one big teddy bear. Evening, Raymond. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, we'll be glad to see us out, because them flipping Starbucks are costing us a fortune. We've got the full crew, Rocky. The full crew. So yes, Sonic's a bit down. I spoke to him on the phone yesterday, actually. Yeah, he definitely sounded like he got man flu. But are you out this weekend, Dave? Have you recovered enough to actually make the effort? Look, gonna be out fishing, but got to get out. It's been a while, actually. Bit of peace and quiet. It's been really quiet without you, Nicola. That's what I meant to say. Sort of came out wrong, that did. So yeah, full crew plus catering. So are you joining us for the whole day, Rocky? That bridge was very hard work. That's the one where Wednesday's video it ends on that one, and tomorrow night's video starts on that one. But tomorrow night's one, oh my god, there was quite a bit going on that day. Really was. Not for Aaron, unfortunately. He was a very broken man that day. I've never known magnets get as stuck as much as what they did on that day. That was really hard work. Um, yeah, Aaron was definitely a broken man. I have Mary, but at the moment they haven't got, but I will send. There we go. That's what I'll say. 56 for the scrap. That weren't bad because I mean there wasn't exactly loads of it. So no, that's pretty good going that. And considering we didn't move all day, well, we went between two places, but we didn't leave the area, so we didn't keep moving around. And it really paid. It really did. Another good day. So Saturdays will be good, and Wednesdays will be good, and next Saturday, yeah, there's 3 more really good videos coming. And don't forget, everyone, I hope you're still looking for that Evo 70 because it might have been up, it might not have been up, but somewhere on the video there's an Evo 70 sometime in May. That's when it's going to end. So over the next 3.5 weeks, there's still an Evo 70 hidden in one of my videos. So you need to find that. The first person that finds it, email me proof of you subscribe to the channel, what video it's in, where it is, at what time, and the first person to get it right at northampsmagnetfish@gmail.com anywhere in the world will win that magnet, the Evolution 70. So keep looking because it's definitely there. Oh, you go to the festival. Is that the beer festival? Hi, Lisa. Very unorganised, you see, Mary. The others, not like me, very organised. Clean up fine. Apparently, it's going to be quite warm this sunny. Sunny? Sunday. I'll get it right in a minute. Try and get over by August. Excellent. Do you have any new merchandise or interesting objects that you'd found? I give everything away. I do. I'll tell you what, some of the things we're getting for the club already, people have been already sending quite a few things. We had a really nice parcel from Auntie Sue today, and that was really nice, I've got to admit. But there's also some of the stuff we've been getting. We've got some amazing stuff going into the raffle and the auctions this year. You'll be quite shocked at some of the stuff that we're actually finding because we've got so much time this year to actually get it all sorted. I believe the raffle tickets will be on sale next week for the car, so don't forget, if you want to win a car for a £5, it could be yours. So that's a little Fiat 500 convertible. All the details will be, once you get the tickets out, it'll be all over my group and the other Outcast group on Facebook. So if you want to win a car for a £5, then get in there. Obviously UK only, unless you want to come and collect, but that's up to you. But yes, we are got the car to give away, and we've got so many amazing items this year. It's this early on, if we've got these, I think it's going to be a busy day. I really do think it's going to be a busy day. Keep nicking Warren. Must be his chair you're talking about, either that or his alcohol. Oh yes, Rocky, you was happy with that. I may have one for Jabba. Leave that one with me. I am working on it, so I'll let you know on that. Doing very well, John. Hmm, that's actually. Oh yeah, yeah. Some of them things are really going to interest you as well, Paul. So saving money, yes, because that's what me and Aaron are doing now. Because we're doing quite a bit of driving at the weekends. We are taking it in turns driving to try and cut down on there, because literally the places I've been going, I drive past Aaron's house, and then when we realise it's silly taking two cars, we are actually splitting the driving now, which makes it easier, because a lot of places we go to as well, there's no parking either. So definitely works out a lot better to do it that way and cutting down on costs, because obviously things are so expensive, fuel's so expensive, everything's so expensive at the moment. So, and I mean, we do up to £70 a week on fuel just to go fishing for the day. So it is expensive. My fuel bill's about £200 a week, um, and it's really, everything's so dear now. But we're not going to stop going. We're just finding ways of cutting costs, because the more we can save, then the better it is for us. Come to the club. Let's look at that one. Don't drive public transport lanes, don't they? Yeah, a lot of people do complain about public transport. Fortunately, I've not had to use it for years, um, and a lot of places, smaller places, I must admit, they have stopped doing the transport now, which really doesn't help people if they don't drive. Really doesn't. But the only things that tend to run at the weekends now is the trains. A lot of the buses have stopped, and not good anymore. Not good at all. Hi, Linda. Scrap pays for our fuel. Exactly. If you can do it, absolutely amazing. Well, let's hope we fill your trailer this week then, because there's going to be enough of us. We'll do our best to fill it up for you. But the areas we're going to, that, like I say, they're all new. You know, they're places. Well, we had been to one before, but it's just amazing what is still in the UK waterways. It's just you've got to move around to find them. Round my way, then there's just no point. There really isn't. But some of the areas we go to, they're paying so well, and the things you see, like Aaron's rocket launcher, wouldn't have expected to find something like that. All them boat plaques, definitely wouldn't have expected like that, because when you actually look at it, when you go out fishing, if you find one in a day, you're happy. I've got over 70 of them now, and it's absolutely unbelievable how many was in that area. I mean, we had over 200 between us, and that's just absolutely unheard of. And it makes it all worthwhile. It really does. I gave a few to Roger for Battle of the Sexes, and they sold for some serious money on auction. Absolutely amazing that was. Yeah, Jack, you're right. Some of the Chinese ones, I think a lot of us, probably a lot of people on here will say they actually started with a Chinese magnet. And the fact is, it did pull things out, but it just wasn't pulling enough. And I started with a Chinese one, and I got some really good finds on them, to be honest with you. But it's only when I tried the online Magnets 200, that's when I realised the difference between a cheap magnet and a quality magnet. And I used the 200 for about 4 weeks, and then realised they did a bigger one, which was the Beast. And I bought that just before they run out of them, because it was out of stock for over a year, because everybody that I fished with, they wanted to have a go with it. When they had a go with it, everybody wanted them. And I remember when they were coming back in stock, I actually bought a second one, because I thought, I don't want to, if I lose mine, I'm not going to be able to get another one. So I bought another one. And to be honest with you, I've still got my original Beast, plus another Beast, plus the Beast Extreme. Yeah, I've still got my original one, and it's still as strong as the day I got it, to be honest with you. But I had a spare one, but I gave it to the club last year, because I didn't really need three. But I ended up with three, a brand spanking new one that never got used. Let's have a look. Who's doing first aid at the club? Rusty is actually a first aider, so, but I don't want you to fall over. Nobody needs to fall over. Nobody should injure themselves. The club is August the 20th, I think it is, or 21st. I can't even remember my own collab. Well, our own collab, I should say. Didn't even remember it. But yes, it's in August. It's over every group on Facebook, to be honest with you, so you can see it all there. Public transport is rubbish. There we go. Yep. Ah, talk of the devil. Good evening, Daniel. I was speaking to Dan earlier. Um, yeah, Aaron has mentioned his rocket launcher once or twice. I actually saw Aaron. I nipped round his work yesterday and saw him, and he's got this lovely framed picture of the Spitfire spark plug that he actually found. I don't know whether he mentioned that either, but he has really become a closet collector of spark plugs now. He's getting quite a collection of really old ones. So yeah, I'm sure that will all be revealed when he's finished it. I will get pictures of them and put it on the group, and I will show you them. Only reason is first aid because he's always getting hurt. Don't get many empty 50 cal shells, to be honest with you. We had 18 full ones when we was in Cambridge. I've got a fired one that's been put back together, but you don't really get many of the 50 cal shells. The Beast was good. I used the Beast for over 2 years. Absolutely amazing magnet. And then I had a bit of a 3 month stint on the Barbarian before I moved to the Evolution. And the 360s now, they're just, you can't compare them to others. Yes, they are susceptible to a bit more damage than a clamp magnet because with a clamp you got a nice protection on it. But when I look at mine, my Evo Extreme is absolutely beat to death. But so would you be if you'd been thrown at a wall, thrown at bridges, jammed on metal side, hit with hammers, crowbars, and chucked in the water for 40 hours a month. I think you'd probably look like that as well. And yes, it has got some war wounds to it. So anyone that says your magnet's looking rough, so would yours after the amount of hours that mine's done. You know, at the end of the day, 1,000 hours throwing it at walls and things like that. I think you'd be in bad condition as well. So they are absolutely brilliant magnets. But remember, if you want one that's not going to damage, you need a clamp magnet. But if you want the best finds, in my opinion, you want the 360 because nothing compares to a 360 magnet. The Beast is good, but my God, the Evo is better. And it is a noticeable difference. The Evolution Extreme, I would say, outweighs the Beast. But there we go. We're all entitled to our own opinion. A lot of people don't like 360. A lot of people only like the clamp magnets, and it's personal opinion. I mean, I've got the single side, I've got Gravity, I've got the Duckbuster. Now, as a lift magnet, they're absolutely brilliant, but they're not a fishing magnet, in my opinion. They're a lift magnet. When I got sent the Duckbuster from Brute Magnetics and I tested that out, I put it on a safe to lift it out of the water. We could not get the flipping thing off. It took ages, and I had to start carrying around a nylon hammer with me so I could actually bash the magnet to get it off there. That's how strong it was. But tried it as a fishing magnet, and it was terrible. It really was terrible. It needs something big. It needs thick metal for it to actually work. But for normal use, no, I don't feel that the massive single-sided ones work. Believe me, they're strong. I've got a test video of when I was testing the Duckbuster. I was testing Gravity, and my God, them things are strong. But on thick metal, dense metal, cast iron, things like that. Put it on something like a push bike, they're not very good. Unfortunately, I've got to say, I'm just being honest, that they need big, thick, heavy metal. And when you put it on there, God, you cannot get them things off. Hi, Troy. Good to catch you. Just well, this is it. You see, I'll say the Chinese magnets. Some of them are really bad. Some of them are all right. Some of them are pretty good. And it's just what you're comfortable with. And if you're getting fines and you're happy, then fine. With me, I just like to go bigger, better, and then you get to that degree, and by the end of the day, you've been using a flipping big magnet. Your back is absolutely shot, but it doesn't stop you. As long as the fines keep coming, you will keep pushing yourself. And at the moment, we're doing a lot of bridges, so it's pretty tough on the lower back, the back of your legs as well. But you know, that's what magnet fishing is all about, isn't it? We go out there, we go out, we look for history, we enjoy what we do, we get content, we share it with you lot, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Because without all you lot here, especially even on Friday night, I wouldn't keep doing the videoing. I'd still do the fishing, but I only do the videoing because you lot seem to enjoy it. So, and if we could do that and we can raise a few quid along the way, then absolutely amazing. Um, it's all makes it all worthwhile, like I say. And if we get few nice finds, brilliant. That's all I can say. Wednesday's video is doing absolutely amazing. It's hit 28,000 views now, which is absolutely brilliant. It was a good day. It really was. This bridge here was the killer, the one behind me. But watch tomorrow night's, because if you think that was good, you wait till you see tomorrow night. It's a definite unusual find. Something that, I don't want to give too much away, but there's something on there that I've always wanted and I've finally got. So even with all the things I've found, there's still that one thing you want to take home. Yeah, and I've actually found one, and I'm really impressed that I've got one. And everything, all the what I call the really good finds on tomorrow night, they're all in the wrong place. That's about all I'm going to say. Everything that was there shouldn't have been there, but it was, and it's absolutely brilliant day. Brilliant day. Only old spark plugs, the unusual ones, because the one out the Spitfire is an unusual one, and that's why really he started collecting the spark plug. And I did find another one, and I'm not quite sure what it is yet, and he's still looking for that one. So, yeah, that's how much time Aaron's putting into looking at spark plugs. Help Rusty with the first day. I'm lifesaver. You might have to help Rusty then. Right, let's try and catch up with these comments again. Having the privilege of using the Evo 82 weeks running, I can definitely recommend this magnet. There we go. You see, Phil, he had the, I think it was the Evo 60, and he came along. He met up with us, and then he used the 80. Then he met us again on his way to shopping last week, and I gave him the 80 again, and he's definitely converted. If you've used the Evo 70, you know the Evo 70 is a really, really good magnet. The 80, it definitely has the edge on the 70. So, but you'd expect like the Evo 70, the Evo 80, then you move on to the normal Evo. But the Evo 70 and the Evolution, the 80 is right in the middle. It's bang in the middle, 30 metres rope off a bridge, throw the whole lot out, and it's strong as hell. It really is. It's very surprising what that will pick up. You won't appreciate till you've had a go with it. Phil here, you see, he's used it 2 weeks running. He's definitely converted now. Really, really converted, because it's such an amazing magnet and it's light. People that can't manage the heavy magnets all day, that one is about as much as you want to go if you're not into heavy magnets. The Evo is just that little bit heavier. I think it's weighing in 2.7 kilos. The Evo Extreme's coming in at 3.9 kilos. But the actual 80, it's a nice small magnet, but mind your fingers, it is really snappy for its size. Great, we came down that way. Thames Riverway, Chesterley, Surrey, aviation manufacturer. Oh, don't tell Glenn that, he'll be in the car already. What the people in the UK sleep? We don't sleep in the UK. I'm brutal with a magnet. Certainly puts a bit. Well, the thing is, right? Okay, see, a lot of people, they're like very cautious with the magnets because obviously they know the 360s are a bit weak. But when you sort of wrong one. See, I like. Oh, this is horrible. It's mirrored. I like to get right in the edges by these posts. Now, nobody's that good a throw that they can just get it right. Sometimes you actually need to sort of bounce it off the back a little bit, so it just drops right in the edge, because most people don't go that close to the edge. It's a brave move. That bridge, obviously not so bad on more modern ones, because a lot of them are metal lined on them legs. I like to get right into them corners, and believe me, I've found some amazing stuff. I've had a Luger, I've had sawn-off shotgun, I've had a Colt pistol, I've had a pepper pot pistol, because I've gone close to the bridge. I've got to get really close, and I can guarantee every week I will hit something with the magnet. But you've got to get in those little nooks and crannies most people miss. They only go out a few meters. Where me, I want to get right under that bridge. I want to get right into the corner. So yeah, I am brutal with magnets. I'll admit it. I don't think of the magnet. I think of what's over there. And yeah, every week I will hit a bridge. And even when I tested the evolution originally, one of the main tests was after a good day's fishing, after smacking Rusty on the head with it, was to throw it at a wall. It had to, it needed a test. That's part of testing. Part of testing said I need to throw this at a wall. My brain kept saying, "Don't do it. Don't do it." But to do a test, you test it, and yeah, I threw it at the wall, and it survived. And that's the only way you can do it. If I'd thrown that at the wall and it had split and like a coconut and all bits had fell off it, I would have said to Miles, "There's a massive problem here because it's going to happen eventually. Everyone's going to smack their magnet at some point, even if they don't mean to. It's going to happen. So you've got to test every possible scenario." And believe me, I test it every week, and maybe that's why mine is bad. Maybe it's had a hard life. It's had tow ropes on it. It's had winches on it. It's had one hell of a beating, but it still works. So even though they're chipped, even though chunks missing, don't worry about it. They still work. Michael Ripley, good evening. Love my Evo 70. Even named it. Best finds for the 300. Clamps are good. I'm not knocking it. I just personally now are so converted on a 360. I think I'd find it hard to go back to. But I did say to the others the other day that I might actually have a beast day. I might actually not use the Evo and take the Beast and the Beast Extreme out and have a day's fishing with them and just do a comparison on the two just to see. But I think it's one of those sort of a nostalgia day. Go back to the clamps for a day and see what happens. I do love what I do, yeah. It doesn't matter how much pain I'm in, I'm going to finish the day. I'm going to get to the end. I remember I actually pulled a muscle in my back while working during the week, and I just pumped up on painkillers, and I went out on Sunday and I did a normal day and just ignored it because you really enjoy it. And sometimes no pain, no gain. That's what they say, isn't it? Hi, Sue. How are you doing? You've not seen the 5 foot. Comes with a free DVD. I think it's going to have to come with its own trailer. Thing's huge. One page off eBay at the Wildfire. That's it. Some of these Chinese ones, believe it or not, they do actually work. But there is some really bad ones that really don't work, and this is the problem. You see, you just don't know till you try them. I suppose the beauty of Amazon is, if your budget is low, and you can't afford a lot, buy one off Amazon, take it out. If it's rubbish, send it back. Simple as that, isn't it? If it's not doing what it says on the tin, then return it. But yeah, it's whatever your budget is. I mean, you've got to remember that magnets start at a tenner and they go right the way up to about 400 quid. And it's a lot of money, especially when you're standing there throwing it in the water thinking, I could lose this. And this is the thing, it's a risk. We've all got stuck many times, especially this flipping day. I think I only got stuck twice, but my God, did Steve get stuck twice really bad. Really, really bad. Off that bridge and at the side. So, yeah, always remember that. If it's everything you got and you're putting it into a magnet, you could get stuck. There is a possibility that it's not coming home with you. Enjoy your videos in your life. Thank you very much. Hang on, I need my charge lead. I forgot it again. Ooh. I always plug it in. I just forget to plug it in my computer. There we go. It's better. Let's have a look. Oh, let's try and catch up with a Canon. I so want a Canon. I've tried and tried. I'm not giving in till I find one. So, what else? I don't know. I want one of them Thompsons actually. I like Paul's got because that was pretty nice. That was. Trouble is, he gets to keep it. I won't. Canon is the main thing. Always set yourself a goal. I mean, I don't know whether you've done it with other people. Some people do like the fishing bingo where you do a card of everything you want and you mark it off as you get there. I've looked at many people's cards and I've found all of them. and I haven't found a cannon. I still want a cannon. I missed the best bits because I was shocked. Oh, you did miss some really good things, actually. Phil, you definitely missed some really good things. Rifles. I had the Carcano rifle. I've had air rifles. I've had the machine guns. I've had rifles, pistols. I had the black powder rifle as well. Um, so yeah, set yourself a goal. Set yourself a target. Spur yourself on. Do yourself a scoreboard. Mark them off as you find them. Keep pushing yourself. But yeah, the nicer weather is coming now, so expect to see a lot more people out. And the one thing I will say is that obviously more people are going to be going out. A lot more people are going to be going to this hobby. Please, please, give us some scrappers on Facebook. Shift your scrap. Really, it's this time of the year as the weather warms up. All the newbies come out, and this is where the rubbish starts. And I remember talking to Rob once, and he'd had reported like 20 fly tips over a weekend. Every area in the country, there is no excuse. There is somebody on dippers and scrappers that will collect your stuff. Obviously, if it's not a reasonable amount and it's only a little bit, you can put it in a bag and put it in your boot, take it with you. But it can get it collected. Don't just throw it in the trees. I've been to many areas where literally you look behind you in the trees and there's so much scrap there. Um, we go to places and people come up and say, oh, everyone leaves their rubbish laying around. Well, we don't. I can guarantee you that we do not leave our rubbish around because we get it sorted. And if the first person doesn't answer you, try the second one, try the third one, keep trying. You will find a scrapper on Dippers and Scrappers. You've just got to make sure you work at it. If you're not sure whether you're going to get one, then ring them up before you go. Ask the message, will you collect? Some of them have stipulations. Some say, well, it's got to be a good amount. Others will say, yes, I can. And this is the thing. And like I say, if you can get it back yourself, or even like get it somewhere where the scrapper can collect from. Don't leave it at the side of the water. Don't leave it down there. This area that we're on here, we're on a platform. Now, obviously, this was in quite a built-up area. This is like in town centre. And what we did was we actually loaded it all in the back of Aaron's truck, and we took it with us and put it with the next place we went and put it in a pole there, which was easy access for the scrap man. This time of the year, people, tourists are coming out. They don't want to see piles of scrap laying at the side of the road. So if you can, get it moved quick, because if you don't get it moved quick, councils get involved, and that's when the problems start. Because at the area we went to after this, now, apparently it was put on a local group, our scrap, which was being collected in the morning, The council actually took credit for shifting the scrap when they didn't, because Rocky and Jabba even took photos and put photos on Facebook of when they collected our scrap in the morning. But the council put on their group that they'd collected it. So they took the credit for an apparent fly tip. So, yeah, the corruption of a council taking the credit for shifting something when they didn't. You like swinging under the bridge. Keep whatever you do in your spare time, that is entirely up to you, mate. Right, let's try and catch that. Hi, Tailboy, how you doing? Last find of the day was good. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was. Let's have a look. Yeah, so scrap. Let's try and make it a good year without all the arguments, where all the members of public come down and say, "Oh, you're going to leave your rubbish everywhere," because lots of us have been there. Lots of us have had that comment said to us. Lots of people on here have ended up moving other people's scrap because you don't want to get the blame for it. My man is beat to blooming bits, but it never lets me down. You know, we've met up with Ben and Dave now for a couple of weeks running, and they've seen the state of it, and it's not letting me down. Not letting me down. I'm upgrading to 360. Yeah, the Evo. Once you use one, I don't personally. There's no turning back. Missed anyone? Thanks, Lynn. I'm just doing it the right way. Oh, she does, Mary. Yeah, yeah. It's open when it comes to that. We're not a problem there. But yeah, there's right ways and wrong ways, and I think that if everybody played by the rules, I don't think there'd be such a problem with it. But the minute it gets left, that's when it really, really becomes a problem. Lovely show. Thank you very much, Lisa. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Lee. Just if I have missed anyone, I do apologise. It's just obviously with 98 of you on here, it's trying to remember who I've spoke to and who I haven't, and who I've acknowledged and who I haven't. But I'm not ignoring anyone. So if I have missed you, thank you very much for joining. It'll all be revealed, Dave. Everyone will get to see it. He wasn't having the best day, was he? Jeanette, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Basically, we just want to go out and have fun. We just want to have a laugh. If we can find a few treasures along the way, clean up the environment a bit. I mean, that's the biggest bonus out of all of this. We're going out, doing things we enjoy, and helping the waterways that in our lifetime, not really going to notice it. But when you think about it around the country, at least a ton comes out of the water every time, every weekend, every Sunday. And that's at least a ton. I mean, you could be talking 20 tons a week. I'm amazed that we haven't got a drought. Like, I'm surprised the water hasn't dropped about 6 foot, the amount that's come out. I know I've gone past 100 ton on my own because it's been weeks. Well, we pulled 12 ton out one week. I mean, and that was one week. And you got to remember, I've been doing this 10 hours a day now for 5 years in October. God, no wonder I feel old. So it's a fantastic thing for the environment. It's good. We get a lot of kids coming up to see us with their parents, things like that. And it's just nice to see youngsters showing interest in it because, most of them don't want to get their hands dirty now or don't want to risk breaking a nail because unfortunately generation has protected our children so much now that they're not streetwise in my opinion, and they've been shielded from germs. I mean, when I was a kid I used to play in swamps and all sorts, and it was germs. We messed around, we did things we shouldn't, but we survived it. And I think now I've noticed that children get colds a lot more because their immune system's not as good because everything's so clean now. What happened to the 5 second rule? You drop your food on the floor, you pick it up quick and you eat it. Not mine. They wouldn't even think about that sort of thing now. Uh, just 20. Well, that's it. You've got to start somewhere. It may have only been £20, but it could have been all right. If you got your fines, you would have been happy. Need the bronze Evo 2000. Catch a cannon. Look, if there's a cannon in there and there's a chance we're going to get it out, I will take every magnet I've got and I will drag as many people there as possible. Because if there's a cannon in there, it's coming out. Believe me. No way. Street cannons are not the same. If it was a proper cannon, because like, see the cannon, street cannon got this name because when the British used to capture, I think it was French boats, they used to bring the cannons back and they used to mount them in the pavement just to sort of show, hey, look what we've done. And that's where the street cannon comes from because it was actually real cannons that was mounted in pavements just to say, up yours basically. And they used to put a cannonball in the end of it and fix it in, and that's where the street cannon come from. But I will get one. I don't know how. One day I am going to find one. Pull it, take it. Exactly. Shift your scrap. There we go. We've got them all going at it now. So, yeah, dippers and scrappers. Facebook. Get on there and you have a look how many people there is across the country that collect your metal. And like I say, if the first one doesn't respond, move on to the next. We went to an area, Aaron messaged two, didn't get a reply. The third one replied, and he's been absolutely brilliant. And every time we've been to that area, he's guaranteed to pick it up, and we give him a lot of stuff. It's my doorbell. Yeah, my son's takeaway's just arrived, and the dogs are going a bit mental now. Yeah, I think we all have, Terry. I think we've all moved other people's stuff. That's the thing. And it shouldn't be like that, because if people just shifted their own, bear with me. I'll read the comments while they're making all that noise. Right, there we go. So that's the wild horde stopped. Scrappers love scaffold. Yeah, it's amazing, really, the amount of scaffold and scaffold clamps there is in the water. Absolutely loads of them. And I think it's, and I was actually told by a guy that does scaffolding that when he was the apprentice and all that, when it come to finish off a job, usually finished on a Friday, so you could always string it out to the last day of the week. And on a Friday, you can't bother to load the van because you just want to get going. So most of it used to go over the bridge into the water because it was quicker and easier. And that's what they did. And that's why we find so much of it. You can go now. It's been a long time since you've done that.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Nutter. Right, okay, let's try and catch up these comments again. Right, I'm going to have a look. Yeah, lots of people here are saying they've been moving other people's scrap. It shouldn't be like that. There is no need for it. When I started, it was difficult. Scrapmen were difficult, but there weren't a thing called dippers and scrappers then, you see. When Rob originally started that and put it together, it was an absolutely brilliant idea, to be honest with you. I mean, putting a directory together of people to pick up your rubbish was absolutely brilliant, Rob. You did a cracking job, and it just went from strength to strength. And all that hard work that you put into it, it's actually worked really well. So, like I say, please use it. Hello, Rusty. Let's have a look. Nananap. Food coma, I would say. We was told, Rocky, by Phil. So, yeah, I know you took it because you sent us photos. Star is in the house. Where? 12,000 pound because he hit a trolley. Oh dear, that's a lot of money, and that just shows you the things. I don't know whether any of you actually watch it. If anyone on here watches DJ Audits on YouTube, he goes around. He films industrial estates, and he does drone footage. He speaks to them. He looks at things that are right, things that are wrong, and he does like an audit on it. Well, if you go onto his channel, you'll see that he actually did one about magnet fishing because he bumped into the Canal River Trust and guys, and he had a good long chat with them, and they actually said we do a brilliant job. Now, obviously, he knows that at office level it doesn't work like that, but check it out. The guy, he's from Leicester, I believe, but go and have a look. He does a lot of audits, but I think 2 videos back is one on magnet fishing where he meets the Canal River Trust. So go and check him out, have a look, and you'll see exactly what I mean. That the people on the ground are really good about it, but the people in the offices, unfortunately, they hide behind doors all the time, and they don't love the doorbell. My wife's weird sense of humour. So yeah, it's worth having a look. So it just shows you the differences, even within a big organisation, a massive charity, the difference between management and the workers. And we all know that that happens in a lot of jobs, that the workers are fine, it gets to management level, things are not quite the same. But yeah, check it out. Something different for you to have a look at. What dogs do I have? 3 Pomeranians, 2 Japanese Spits, to go with 2 cats, 1 tortoise, 2 rabbits, and a load of fish. I feel like Dr. Doolittle in this house. Well, I'm going to go back through the comments later. I've had to scan through them because I'm so far behind on the comments because I'm just trying to play catch up, to be honest with you. Oh, we have another Peaky in the house. Don't tell her to put the kettle on. She's only just got here. So anyway, I'm going to show you this again because we are approaching 9 o'clock. So anybody that's looking for a grapple hook and a case to put your magnet in, this is the new thing for online magnets. Plastic case, good hard rigid case with air vent on there as well to reduce the condensation. If you want to travel light, this is ideal for it. You've got yourself the collapsible grapple hook in there. You've got your rope in there. You've got some thread lock. You've got some gloves. The space where the gloves go in here, that's where you can put your magnet as well. So if you want to travel light, all of it can go in there. Obviously, I don't like the carabiner idea. Some people say it's absolutely fine. Personally, I like to tie my rope on. But that case is available. When you think about it, you've got the collapsible grapple hook. I'm going to show you again. I know a lot of you probably fed up for seeing this because you were on it earlier. You got the grapple hook. These hooks, they're sharp. If you get them on something, they grip. They really do grip. Lightweight, not magnetic, which is obviously a massive help if you're trying to use that with your magnet as well. Got the rope, all in there. All fits in the box. Now, these are 35 quid. The rope's 20 quid. The gloves are a fiver. The thread lock's a fiver. So when you actually work it out, you'll get in that box for like 10, 15 pounds, and you can put everything in there. Little nick in the butt. Get everything in there. Travel light, especially if you've got some long walks, because sometimes when you go somewhere, it's a good long walk. You can get all your stuff in there. If obviously you use the magnet with 10mm rope, you're not going to get the 10mm rope in there of 20 metres. You could actually modify the case. I know I'm saying it's a really good case in that. If you put a slot in the side of it, or, yeah, you're going to put a slot in the side of it, you can actually then put your magnet in the case as well. And like I say, with the grappling not being magnetic, everything's not going to get stuck together. You could then carry your rope on the outside of the box, wrap it around the handle, and you're away with your OM box. So £81.95, Northants 10 if you want 10% off. Go and have a look, and they are really good quality, to be honest with you. There is another brand like that, and they are expensive boxes just on their own. I mean, you'd pay 25, 30 quid for the box. But yeah, a lot of people, like I see here, have definitely got those hooks, and they are really good. You know, at first I tried I think they called it a military one. Well, it wasn't. It was hollow. That lasted about 3 pulls. I tried the Boat World one. That lasted 1 fish. And that's when I came up with the Widowmaker, and never managed to break one, but I've managed to lose one, to be honest with you. And yeah, and everyone copies because it's magnet fishing. As soon as I've done the Widowmaker, the 3 crowbars welded together with a tow knife for forward focus, people had to copy, didn't they? Always have to copy in this game. Everyone has to do the thing. Like me poker chips, really. They went worldwide. It's only a poker chip. I've still got loads of them. I've stopped doing them now because it's no point. I'll think of something new. Right, let's have a look. Hook on one end, magnet on the other. Yeah, I would personally wouldn't use 8mm rope on an Evolution though. To me, it's a little bit thin because if you get something really heavy, the thicker rope is much nicer on your hands than what thin rope is. But definitely, if you want to buy one of them for a gift for someone, one for yourself, can't go wrong with it, really, can you? Not at that price. But yeah, another fine product from them, to be honest with you. Absolutely brilliant product. I know other people have done them and that. I think with Miles, he's probably held off a lot longer than most. But of course, come back, quality's right, good price, absolutely cracking deal. Oh, there we go. Me comments paused. Put your bifocals on. Mary, you got to stop picking on Steve. Yeah, I know where one of your grapple looks like that is, Marie, don't we? That's what I mean. They are very grippy, really grippy. But yeah, they are good though. Really good hooks. Send the poker chips for your stick of poker chips all over. I know the Americans, they've all copied me poker chip idea. Mind you, that's going to put the weight up. I haven't even put the stickers on them. I did about 300 of them, and I still got about 300 of them. The big difference is Mine were free because I found the whole box full of them in the canal in Tipton. So I got a head start. Need to do box where everyone uses toolbox wheels. Yeah, the biggest problem with the boxes is like I've broke lots of toolboxes. The thinner ones, like the Stanley ones, they look pretty, but they don't really have the strength. You move into the more expensive ones, you move into the one. Um, I've got one. I think Glenn got one of the new ones as well, which is the same as mine, just with a different brand on it. They are strong, and I actually take all my stuff out and use it to shift the scrap because they're a good strong box. You've got the Milwaukee ones, but you need some money to buy a Milwaukee box, to be honest with you. So, but boxes definitely good. Good to sit on in the summer as well. Look at them all begging. They must think you're a millionaire, Terry. All want nice things for their birthday, don't they? I play roulette at the casino. The amazing thing is, I've found loads of poker chips since I found that whole box of them. I keep finding the flipping things, so it's they're in there. You just got to keep looking. I've still got a couple of £25 ones for casino in London, actually. So you never know. One day might go down there and see if I can spend it. The place is probably gone now, so it'll be a waste of time. But dread to think what you would want. Yeah, my birthday's in June. One day after Marie's. Because was it last year or the year before? She stole my cakes. Rusty bought us birthday cakes. Marie actually bungee strapped them to a box, and she took the lot. She did a runner with them. Steve will remember it. Never seen someone move so quick. I think you're on the wrong channel, Tori. I really do. So, right, I'm going to wrap this up now because it is actually 9 o'clock. We've been here an hour waffling on, but don't forget, check out this video tomorrow, 9 o'clock on YouTube. Check out the second part of 2 weeks ago's fishing. Really good day. It's cracking finds that day. And we didn't get stuck on the. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe Aaron did. Yeah, as we moved on from this bridge, because I think the rest of the outcasts on here will agree that this is not the place we want to fish again, because it really, really wasn't a good bridge to fish at. But thank you all for joining. We'll catch you on the next one. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Press the notifications bell. Take it easy, and we'll catch you next week on the live stream. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow on the premiere, Sunday when I'm out fishing. And take care, everyone, and enjoy your weekend.